We are live now.
We are
It's time.
live.
Says Sean.
Yeah.
So is Yarn again here?
Yeah,
Teresa, hello.
Teresa's here. Hey, Teresa.
Well, I have a
um,
count of who's here. We usually okay. I see 3 people here. Hello,
oh,
welcome.
wait. Let me turn the thing off. I forgot I had YouTube open. I think Victoria's still live.
I saw Victoria for a few minutes yesterday. She was live and she was making coffee, which is really, what I kind of want to be doing.
No, I can make coffee in here, but
I make that cool.
it doesn't
I
taste
actually
like one.
I can't make coffee here anymore. I brought all my coffee making stuff to Pennsylvania, so I can have instant coffee or iced tea. So I'm drinking a snapper.
I got the peanut gallery.
I
Miss Teresa said hi, Sean.
Oh, it went off.
it's on.
Hello.
It's on. It's on. So
Sean been on all my lives this week. Like, what got into him?
Wow.
that's nice.
New house, new life. Oh my God, girl! People are stealing all kind of stuff off the house. It's
What do
crazy.
you mean? What do you mean?
Like, there's hardly no. There's like siding all around missing. Somebody went under and took all the copper pipes.
My mouth is hanging open. Maybe they wanted to reuse those copper pipes.
No, they scrap them. Hey, Debbie, number one,
Debbie.
Jeff.
Well, I mean,
Well, it doesn't matter. It's going to be torn down. We took what we wanted. Yeah, I mean,
we'll put it this way. Like last week, we had. They called it bulk garbage day. You could put out 10 things if you had stickers with your address. Because you couldn't put it at any. I mean, they were being very strict. Like the first time they had it, I think people were putting half their house on the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
yeah.
but
well, I know.
Like it's like each sticker now is $6, and you need like 6 stickers for a couch,
right?
A sleeper sofa. So we said, let's get the sleeper sofa. I mean, I put out some things that were really light, but I also said to my husband, they weren't going to take metal objects. But I said, let's put metal out because scrappers are driving through the neighborhood. And we put I just like, I hurt my back, but like I was almost holding the dryer up on my head while he was pulling it, like pushing it up the stairs. It was the only, I was going like this just so I had some kind of leverage. It could have killed me. We got it out. And outside he had a hand truck, but going upstairs, it's hard. So they took it. I saw that the town themselves had a truck that was collecting metal. So I bet they were scrapping.
Wow.
And it wasn't really the town.
My mom and my sister
we paid private garbage anyway. So that's why they probably said, screw it, we're going to get. But people were taking metal left and right.
Yeah. Well, when the guy came, they had disconnected the electricity. So the pipe was, the wire was all rolled up. And when the guy came, he goes, I'm surprised that's still there. Usually scrappers pick it up. So the little man who lives a couple houses down, he is a scrapper. And Garrett told him to come get it. And I know my neighbor asked if he can have some of the siding because it was new. We had just put that on there because he was short some for his shed. I'm like, take it. But as far as the copper pipes and some things that was under the driveway they took, I don't know who did that.
Copper, I had some copper downspouts, and I had a spare one in the garage, and Tony's like, are you saving that to scrap? He goes, what are you going to get, 30 cents? And I said, I bet I could get $30. He goes, are you really going to drive to like the scrap yard for $30? And I think there was a time when I would have said, yes, I'll drive to the scrap yard for $30.
Right.
But
what if it's not that,
we're getting like tired.
Oh, you're so sweet, Debbie.
I
love you too.
I love you too.
I'm trying to.
I'm so glad I got to see her last week as we were leaving. She came on and to see her nice smile.
I know.
Because a lot of people use like hide behind a camera. I understand. There's
Uh-huh.
days I want to hide behind a camera. I mean,
Yeah.
hide behind like a
You
shield.
look great, Debbie. You really do.
You do.
Definitely.
What is she going?
It was
Shush?
nice putting a face behind Andrew.
I didn't see.
I know Jennifer won't show her face.
What do you mean?
Well,
Was
guess
Andrew
who's going to show their
Kraken?
face?
Was Kraken in? Was Andrew Kraken?
Well, Kraken came in.
Who
I
is
watched his thing a couple times. He's a friend of, I think, Stephanie.
Yeah, but is his name? Who was Andrew? I didn't see an Andrew.
Andrew is Road Glide.
Oh, he came on too? I didn't see that part. I probably had gone.
Yeah, he popped in, and the one that they always laugh, and he said he's like sort of like Scarlett. He says he's an angel. No, not. But so he popped in. Kraken came for a few minutes, and then he left. And Teresa was on the road. She couldn't come in, so it was Jennifer and Debbie. Now tomorrow, Robin Bye is going to be on.
Oh wow!
Yeah, Robin Bye, Unimagic, and Angela Isaac.
Okay.
So we got 3 on. It'll be fun. Yeah, a little 3-way there. Her, Andrew, and Jennifer's getting married.
Well, I'm not going to judge. If that's what's going to happen, that's fine. I mean, I don't know if it's 100% legal to do that, to have 2 wives.
Well,
but you
can legally marry one, and then they can just have like a little ceremony, for the 3. Yeah. We got it all figured out, Debbie. Don't worry about it.
I'm an ordained minister. I can do it.
Oh, there you go. Suzy can marry y'all.
Yeah, again.
Where are we going to have this shindig at? It can't be too far because, I can't afford to drive too far right now.
I mean, of course, even though the church.
As long as he don't live with them. That's the best kind, Debbie. That is so funny.
It is funny. When my niece got married, the guy was ordained by the same church that I was ordained in, and he goes, "So by the powers invested in me in the internet's church of," and he said,
did he say that?
Yeah, because it's a legitimate. It's not, like there's no church. It's on an internet church, and they ordain people basically, for like $20 to $60. You're once you sign in, you're ordained. Then you can, order the robe, and you can order the paperwork. And
so all you gotta do is sign in to be ordained.
Basically, you can be. Basically anybody who wants to be a minister to do weddings can sign on to that.
Right. So Debbie, why don't you and Jennifer get married, and y'all can just have Andrew as a side piece?
Well, Andrew should be. Look, this is what I say, and I know I'm being silly and I'm being sexist, but it's like I said the number one reason why you should have a guy around is to do the heavy lifting. And I mean, there's other reasons. There's some companionship, but
That's
I mean, if I could do all the heavy lifting, I wouldn't need a husband. That's for sure.
Yeah, I hear you. Sounds good to me. That's too funny.
I mean, it used to be. I used to say, like, oh, and they said it too. One of the big reasons people were getting married, was for health insurance, because of the if your company had spousal health insurance. And I kind of thought that's why my niece and nephew got married, because he was working for a college. He as like a professor or something. I think that he left. Yeah.
Yeah, Debbie.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Unless they're shorter than you, Debbie, then that would be a problem. Oh my God.
But I'm just
I can't wait till life goes back to normal.
Well, I don't know. I don't know when life. I mean, I just had to pay for another quarter of taxes here, and I'm paying I'm still even paying for like TV and cable, which I want, and the phone. I unplugged the phone in the
Uh-huh.
machine, and it's pretty much out of the house. It's like I really have to call them today and discuss what are my options to just turn it into internet for a few months, because then it's out. Do you remember I was telling you I thought I was
being really smart, Debbie? Huh?
Do you remember I was telling you I thought I was being double dipped because I thought I was paying sewer bills, and then they were charging
Right.
on my water bill for like the used water. I guess what do they call it? Gray water, brown water? I don't know, whatever kind of water's coming
We
out.
just got water.
So anyway, she said, "You didn't notice that the water bill was charging you extra?" I go, "I noticed that, but I thought I was still paying sewer anyway." And she said, "No." She goes, "It's just them now." And I was like, I don't pay attention to anything in life. I mean, I'm surprised that I actually pulled it together to just, pay the bills here and make things happen. Because honestly, I swear, when I was in New York and they used to have the sticker for at the car inspections, my dad used to say to me, "Did you do your inspection?" And I'd be like, "Is it time?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's time." So I would go. And I drove all the way out to Pittsburgh to be with somebody. And he said, "Your inspection's overdue." And I go, "What do you mean?" And he's like, I go, "How would I know that?" I said, "How would I know it's overdue? How did you know?" And he goes, "From the sticker." I said, "Where's the sticker?" And he's
Mine's overdue.
like, "It's
Going
over
on 3
here."
years.
I'm rolling my eyes at myself for not knowing that it's
Well,
overdue.
mine's overdue
Oh,
almost 3 years.
well, they would give you tickets here for sure.
Well, when they have, sometimes they'll do like, what do you call them?
Like check, like do they make a
Checkpoints.
traffic
Yeah,
one?
no
Like,
check. Yes.
they look as you drive by. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
no,
do.
yeah, they'll check you. Yeah, they
Well,
do a
girl,
seatbelt inspection tag thing.
why don't you just go and do it today?
Because I have to go bring John to Homa to pick up his truck from the guy who fixed it.
All right. Well, why did you do it tomorrow?
What is tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow will be Friday. Is tomorrow?
Because I have
I'm
the
looking.
auction and crap tomorrow. I didn't mean crap. The auction tomorrow, and I got to get ready because I don't have nothing to sell. And
Look, let's face facts.
there's a couple.
One man's crap is another
stores in
man's
Homa,
treasure.
so
I'm sorry.
that's right. No, but there's I saw last time John wouldn't stop. There is a couple thrift stores in Homa. So I'm going out to where Johnny's from, that area. So it's gonna take me over an hour to get there, over an hour to get back.
It's a lot of work.
Things you do for you kids.
Yeah, I can't believe that we've been driving back and forth every week, like 4.5 hours.
Girl, I don't know how y'all do that. Oh my god.
It's been
Like
okay. He's got it down that if we stop, not always. Once we didn't even stop at all, but like the dog kept nudging me at about halfway point. Hi, Shirley.
Hey,
So
Shirley.
I said, if the dog's nudging me, she might have to be going out for a
Well,
pee.
yeah.
So he pulled off into like a Sheets that's right off the highway. And we've stopped there about 7 times already. So I go to the bathroom while he's pumping the gas. Then he goes to the bathroom, and then we take the dogs out and we wait for them to pee, and we go back on the road. And one time I said, "I don't know, I'm desperate, just find some place for me to go." And that's the time I drove into a mosque, and it made me leave. Hi, Jane.
Hey, Jane. Oh no, Debbie, that sucks.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, Scott, my big brother.
Oh, he's. How did you get to be brother and sister? I'm just curious. It's long distance.
He just calls me his little sister, so I call him my big brother. Okay. I don't know. He's funny.
Hey. So, what are you doing, Jane? Are you at work today?
I think Jane was saying she's almost ready to retire.
She did say that. I don't know if she did yet.
Oh, that's what you're doing tomorrow, Debbie. She put all kind of money out for noise in a car. They changed the struts and it's still making the noise. I don't know what you pay for. Oh, she's in her home office today working.
Oh, okay. All right, so we'll be quiet. So we don't want to get in trouble.
We won't talk too loud.
No.
Just turn your volume down.
Okay.
No, she's at home in her home office.
I know, but I don't know.
Oh, her last day of work is December 19th of this year. Yay, Jane.
Nice. That's going to come by in 10 seconds. It's going to feel, you blink.
So Jane, are you going to do auctions and stuff after? Inquiring minds want to know. Yes, this year. Cool. My anxiety is up, girl. My leg is going about 100 miles an hour.
Well, for you resellers out there, I don't know why I'm so out of the loop. Well, because I haven't sold anything in a while. But somebody said all of those priority boxes are not being handed out by the post office anymore. So
I don't use them. Thank God.
I had some laying around from when I did Poshmark because, you know, you like for instance, but then people were saying, is this the one that's the one that was big enough for games? Someone said that box was priceless. Like it was so good because the game size box. So then people
you're going to have a lot on your plate, Jane. Well, I still got some left. So they still work if you use them, right? So if I sell something on Posh, I could still use it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people were wondering if they could put like, you know, paper over it, if they could still use the boxes.
That's illegal.
Is it going to be illegal if there's no more priority? Why would they care? It's like
they're not going to have priority at all anymore?
That's what they said. At some point, there's not going to be priority. So what's the difference? I mean, that's my thought. If there is if there's still flat rate, you can't use the flat rate. I get that. But if you're using one that's been discontinued, why would they care?
Right.
If you're paying the rate, it's the cost. What's the difference?
Right.
Anyway, that's me.
Yeah.
I brought in my hands were out to here. I had it all filled up with priority boxes. I was redonating back to the post office. She said, I don't want them. And I said, well, what am I supposed to do with them? And she said, throw them out. And I go, you have a dumpster? She goes, in the back. And I ran in the back and put them in. And I left thinking, I hope nobody recorded me throwing out stuff in the post office dumpster and I'll get arrested or something.
Well, no, she told you to go back there. So
well, she just said she told me when she said it, she was kind of, it's in the back. Like quiet.
Well, you were throwing their stuff away. But now that I have the printer that does the 4x6, I can do UPS. It automatically pops up if it's cheaper now. So I've been sending a lot of stuff to UPS. So I ordered boxes from UPS. They all came express boxes, and I didn't order express boxes. I ordered some of the labels, which is a really good deal because it's free. And
that's a good deal. Free is good.
Yeah. And then, but I'm going to try and order. Teresa, were you successful in reordering just the plain boxes?
All right, Debbie. Hope your mom's fine.
Okay. Regular checkup. That's good. I had to take my mom yesterday. She had shots in her feet again. Yeah, I knew the same thing happened to you. Did you reorder? You said you were going to reorder and try to get the plain one. Hope y'all have a good checkup, Debbie.
Yep, me too. I mean, I hope. Pray. Hope and prayers.
You know my name is, my brain is mush, so is mine.
Did you hear that?
I thought it was a wolf.
No, it was a...
Oh.
What are you growling at? Tell me.
That's got to be Roxy.
She's such a bitch. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, what she is.
So every time we drive by a buggy, she barks at the horse. And I'm like, do you think it's a big dog on a leash? I don't get it. Like she goes, ooh, she barks at them. drive by barking. But if we see horses in the field, she usually doesn't react. And the other day she saw him and she went under her breath. Like, and
oh, Bella is having the best time at my mom's because my mom has a fenced-in yard, and she is having the time of her life. And there's cats everywhere, so she's constantly barking. I think my mom's neighbors like want to like debark her or something. So she barks at the cats all day long. So then we have to close my mom's like wooden door so she can't see out the screen door. And then my mama gets aggravated because she doesn't like to be locked in the house. So because Bella just jump on the thing and open it herself and go out.
When I was coming in the other day, the doorknob was like moving in the other house, and I know it's Norton. He nudges the doorknobs to try to open them, and Roxy is so stealthy. She follows you like right behind your legs, and when you turn around, she circles you really quick so you can't see unless you go really, really fast. And she ends up in the laundry room all the time, like locked in, and then she doesn't bark at all. Like, and she'll just stay there quiet. And
Maybe
I'm
she
like,
likes it in there. It's nice and quiet
like,
and peaceful.
it's
Norton
just,
doesn't bother her.
It's so narrow. Really, it's like a washer dryer sink, and that's it's not a big room anyway. But so she stays there, and I'm like, okay, I see one dog. We're missing a dog. And then I'm looking in the basement. I'm looking in the upstairs rooms. I'm like, where's the dog? I'm like, oh. So now we realize, yeah, it's up there.
Last night we went to Sabrina's, and Garrett went lay down, and he was watching wrestling. So I was watching The Lincoln Lawyer on Netflix with Sabrina, and all of a sudden, Precious is gone. I'm looking at all the rooms, and I couldn't find her. Here she comes trotting out the kitchen, like, I guess she was exploring. I don't know.
Shirley's asking what breed of dog it is. My dog that I'm talking about, Roxy, is okay. She's a total dog, which is like they call a Nova Scotian duck tolling retriever, but it's really looks like a Brittany Spaniel mixed with a border collie and then a little bit of golden retriever thrown in. And so she's sort of she's smaller than I have a golden retriever, and that dog, the dog she's talking about that's so happy now with the fence yard is a standard poodle.
Yeah. Bella is a standard poodle, and then Precious is a half Bichon, half Pom. So, but yeah. And girl, I think I've totally trained Precious since we've been gone from the house.
How do you mean to PI and poo outside?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sometimes she would use the puppy pad, but she pees outside, and I mean, it's like, ooh, good. You go, girl.
And yeah, you gotta get really excited. I mean, I used to. That's what I did. I tried to sound like a squirrely, high pitch, like
right. Except I can't let Bella and Precious out at the same time at my mom's because Bella wants to play, and that was a quick trip to the doctor, and Bella will grab her by the tail and pull her.
Checking in before. Roxy, come here.
Hey, Donna.
Come here. Hi, Donna.
Teresa, Donna's here.
Come here.
It was Donna's birthday, so Teresa sang to her.
When's it? Whose birthday?
It was Donna's birthday on the 3rd.
Happy
on
birthday.
The 3rd.
Happy belated birthday. I would
yeah. Well, you can still sing.
Happy birthday to you. It's belated. So what? I don't know what to say. I hope you had a good day and a good year too. Anyway, bye.
And then tomorrow is her anniversary.
Oh,
how many years, Donna? Oh, they like, it's disgusting because they like, oh, honey, oh, sweetie, oh. I'm like, that's what I tell all the time.
It's nice. I don't know. I don't know.
So much sugar. Much sugar.
My husband acts like I'm
50 years. Oh, girl.
Good. That's fantastic. I've been married about 50 minutes.
Isn't that golden anniversary?
It should be platinum. It should be with diamonds on top. It should be like
that's
50
what I'm talking about. Big deal. And it's Yarnigan's birthday tomorrow.
Yarnigan? It's your birthday tomorrow.
Yes.
It's your birthday.
She's a baby. She's like our younger sister. You're the oldest sister. I'm the middle child again, and she's the baby. Oh, Shirley says she's got an Australian Shepherd. Cool.
That's nice. I like those kind of dogs. They're very smart. And those dogs get trained pretty easily. I heard my friend had one, and she said it never peed. It just peed right outside because I said, good dog, pee outside, good dog. And she said it never went inside. And I'm like, wow, you're very lucky. Very, very lucky.
Oh, okay.
So you're
50 years.
Is she still in her 50s? Hi, Purple. You're saying she's a baby. Is she turning 60? Is she 59? What is she?
She'd be 59.
59? Well, we could we say 50? Well, I mean, I still can say I'm nearly 60. I mean, it's going the other way, but maybe I should say it. I'm nearly 60. That makes me sound 59, but I'm really 62. Anyway. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? It's the people say age is just a number. I mean, sometimes the numbers seem extremely long and large. But sometimes when I'm tired, like last night, I just fell asleep on the easy chair, the reclining chair downstairs, and I was listening in my headset to I don't even really remember now. But I put on a medical lecture, and those things make me sleep. I mean, they're boring, but if you stay awake, you learn something.
So, but I was going to say, why are you listening to that?
Oh, because I don't know. Let me tell you, it's like if you want to really have a good sleep,
to listen to stuff.
You just hear them talk about and the metabolism with the adenosine triphosphate is like the cell's memory is, and they start talking about.
I'm wondering what's going on with my computer. My little hourglass thing keeps popping up like it's trying to do something.
But I see.
I don't know. John thinks we're like severely old because the little guy that helps him cut the grass had his riding lawnmower. Well, Garrett was he was pushing a lawnmower to get some of the yard cut, and John called the little boy and chewed him out. You got my lawnmower and my daddy, my 60-year-old daddy. And I'm like, John, we're not dead.
Look, I know that,
and he's not 60, he's 61. Just to get that straight.
The last time I went like to Walmart where they were like accosting me to get like vaccinations. I don't know what I was picking up something, and they said, hey, you're over 60. You can get the and they started taking off all the shots.
You can get them free.
Do you have to scream that out loud? But thanks a lot. I mean,
wow.
Yeah, whatever.
I know I'm due for mine, but
I'm
due for a lot of things. I had to cancel my mammo because, I canceled it twice because Mama had an appointment. And then I had to. Hey, did I just say? Oh, she said she. I don't know why I thought I saw Levita. And then they canceled on me because their machines were down. And the lady told me she'd call me back and reschedule, and she did. Now I have a thing that says self-schedule. So
okay. Just Teresa said, love the discounts. Wendy's used to give 10% off for 55, but now they have a kiosk to order, and there's no place in that kiosk to get a discount. So you would have
Raising Cane's gives a discount 10%, but you have to ask for it.
Well, you have to ask anywhere you go. Yeah. And Tony doesn't want to ask. He goes, I don't want to beg for a discount. I'm like, is it begging? It's like they're giving it. Why not take it? I mean, he goes, so what am I going to say? He's like, should I save
$1? And they gave her a discount, but they didn't give me one.
He's like,
where was it?
Anyway, he just says, what am I going to save? 30 cents? What am I going to save? $1? And I'm like, every dollar adds up, honey. Yes. You need a lot of dollars to live here.
Garrett cracks me up because every time he goes to Raising Cane's, he goes, I need my discount. And then they got to call a manager to turn the key or whatever. But anyway.
Another thing to do, if this is just out there for everybody, no matter what age, if you go to Staples and you want to get, let's say, a printer, which I did, you say to them, I would like for you to price check, like you look for the cheapest place, and then the manager will go on the internet and look I named a place where it was like $20 less. He goes, I see a place for $30 less. And he gave me $30 off. And I'm like, and Tony's like, how did you just manage to make that happen? I said, by
because you ask. You have to ask.
And
have to ask. Okay.
And he was buying it for me as a gift. So I go, so now I get $30 extra to spend, right? He said, so
you can buy my extra ink or paper or something.
So we went to lunch, but
oh, well, that's nice. That's nice. I'm still trying to remember where me and my mom went.
You wouldn't never.
But they gave us a discount.
It wasn't in Pennsylvania, it was in New Jersey, and if they do it, they will price match. You gotta ask.
We don't have a Staples.
Really?
We had an Office Depot and they closed a bunch of them.
I don't know.
I don't know if they're affiliated or not.
I don't think there's anything in my town except there's a gas station, there's a Dollar General, they are rebuilding, there's an Arby's, and they're rebuilding the Dairy Queen. And there's a
new Dollar General that's called Fresh Market, I think. It's like a grocery store, not just the little, like in ours where I live, they have like just one little area that you can maybe buy some onions, a bell pepper, a couple things like that.
We don't. But
this is like more of a grocery store Dollar General. I haven't been there because it's out the way, but I'm gonna have to check it out and see.
In my area, I mean, I would think that they might have had that, but the other day we wanted to make something in wraps, so I said, I know where we can get tortillas kind of late in the afternoon on a Sunday. And he's like, where? I go, Dollar General. And so we went there. Good morning,
Angela.
Angela, good morning.
Angela's going to be on with us tomorrow.
That's fun. Well, over here.
Did you see when she was on last time? She had the cutest fingernails. They were like clowns painted, not actual clowns, but it like one had a stripe and it was too cute.
It's cute. My nails are so, do they call it ratchet when they're
well, mine are ratchet because they're not growing now. They break the minute they get above the line here, because since I had the false nails on, I really would like the false nails again, but just with the moving and stuff is too expensive.
I was wondering.
But you have pretty nail beds. You have nice nail beds.
They're breaking off and peeling. And I stopped taking collagen, and I think maybe that's it. The collagen really helped. I don't know. I just thought maybe I don't need to be using collagen. It's another $25, $20 a month I could use on something else. So I stopped taking it, but my nails, I think my nails are missing it. I don't know.
What's up, Shawnee?
Right.
She has pumpkins, lattes, and it sounds cute.
Oh, that is so cute.
I'm going to tell you, I was tempted to put the glue on nails on. And then I realized we're painting. Like I was painting. We're going to be painting the next time we go out to PA. So
yeah,
why bother making nice nails? I'm going to get filthy.
Right. Well, that's why I didn't re-put them. One of the reasons I didn't re-put them on, because we were getting heavy into the moving. Yeah. Oh my God, my nails were so nasty. And
when you're taking like
did you, Donna?
Oh wow!
Look at mine. I feel like it's to my butt. It's so long, Donna.
I've been washing my
back for you.
I've been like dusting things and washing things, and like I've been going around like just doing extra stuff I don't usually do, and my fingers feel like they're peeling and getting all dried out, and it's horrible. So why do nails? It's stupid for me to do them.
Yeah, well, Donna's a hairdresser, so
I'd like to see it.
She's not going to let nobody see. Look, Sean refuses to go get his haircut. Stick your head this way.
I've seen his haircut.
It's like down to past his shoulders.
You got it for the cruise, I think.
I cut it. And I put Donna on the phone, and she goes, not the big piece like that. But girl, I just chop. So Debbie, I know Suzy says it works. Does it work for you? The collagen and biotin? I bought some collagen, but it was that stuff, chocolate, and I guess you're supposed to put it in your coffee or something. It was gross. I never used that. Throw it away.
I'll tell you about biotin. I was taking biotin a lot. Now, my nutritionist said to me, don't waste your money on the biotin because you have it in your supplements. It's the kind of a vitamin that'll just pass right through you. And she said, if you're not deficient in it, it's not going to do anything. But the collagen is different. So I'm taking it.
Yeah. This for me, Charlie, is like so long because it's usually like, I love the way my sister cut my hair. She would spike it and stuff. And it was so cute. I would get more compliments on my hair when she cut it. I mean, I like my girl now, but
I love cutting hair. I love when Tony lets me shave his head. I mean, like with the clippers, not just like all the way naked, but I love doing it.
Look what I did.
Cute.
They're little stickers. And I did it with my little, what do you call those? You know, the printer for the labels.
Nice.
Somebody very sweet bought me a 4x6 label maker.
That's nice.
Can I say who it was?
Well, I'm going to guess it's Teresa, probably.
It was. Teresa, I'm outing you. She sent me that one day as a surprise. That was so sweet. Raid from the Minion Weirdo. Oh, no. Hey, Scarlett.
The Minion Weirdo. Oh, boy.
I wonder who that could be. Hey, Janice.
While I'm sitting here, my nail, I just peeled off a hunk of my nail. And that's why they get bad, because it breaks at all different.
Well, my thumbs won't grow at all. They keep breaking. But I have deep, what do you call them? Like crevices or dips in my nail, like
ridges.
And one of them, like it's in the middle of the nail.
Hey, Ashley.
So they break.
Dennis.
Which weirdo? Hey. I guess that would be Victoria, the Minion Weirdo.
Hey, Scarlett.
Unless she's talking about you, Scarlett. I don't know. Hey, Claudette. Hey, Nana.
Claudette.
Raid from some weird lady. Oh, my God. Hey, Virginia.
Hi, Victoria.
Hey, I guess there's the weirdo.
Hi, Victoria Weirdo.
Oh, my God.
I don't see Nana. Someone said hello, Nana Tink. So Nana.
Yeah, Nana came. She's right behind Claudette.
Oh yeah, Raid from the weird lady. Okay. Hey Nana.
Nana, are you like in the process of your move yet?
When do you go? Doesn't she go after Thanksgiving? I don't know. When do you go, Nana? I didn't get to see you in Pennsylvania. I actually have a couch now.
You can invite somebody over for a visit, huh?
I can let them sit on something that's not lawn furniture.
I'm only coming if you can fix me a cup of coffee. I'm just saying.
I have coffee making equipment there, not here. I can make coffee.
I want to go to sit and have some coffee on your little deck thing and watch the sunset.
Well, you know,
the sunrise, either one.
It's the sunsets that are really pretty, and mostly when there's clouds. The other day, there was one day where it didn't turn pink and orange and yellow, and I was like, what happened? Someone turned it off.
Right.
But it's usually really nice. Hi, Carol. It's usually really,
hey, Carol. That's got to be a lot of work, Nana, because you probably got to clean out your refrigerator, make sure there's nothing in there that'll go bad. Wow.
Well, it's like moving twice a year.
Okay. Moving.
Hey, Virginia.
Wow, that's a lot of work, Virginia.
Oh, you're moving? I've been moving for months now. I'm still moving. We didn't really move.
Look, I asked Garrett, I said, is everything out the house? He goes, I got my extension cords. I said, well, the way they're stealing stuff over there, you better go get them. Like he had a whole thing of extension cords.
Oh, yeah.
I think he went and get them. So everything's done. The gas, the guy, they had left the gas line almost to the house, but it was buried because we'd had to pay a lot of money to get it back. And the guy informed us, he goes, you can cut it off at the road because you're not getting gas back. It'll be totally electric, which hurts my heart, but I'll take it.
Well,
I have to relearn how to cook.
the gas company told us that we could get gas if we really wanted, but because, you know, because there's no gas for miles, we would have to pay for the pipes
Right.
for
Hey,
like
Elizabeth.
8 miles. I'm like, we ain't doing
Right.
that. He goes, well, maybe some
You
of
know
your
what?
neighbors will chip in. I'm like, my neighbors don't even have electricity. They ain't going to chip in. And my other neighbors are cheap. Anyway, but.
Oh, I didn't hit the thumbs up. We got 18 thumbs up, guys, and 23 in the chat.
Even the restaurants around here have huge propane tanks outside. And I'm like, seriously?
Really?
Natural gas at a
Well, yeah,
restaurant?
we had just bought that brand new gas stove.
Oh, shit.
I know.
Sell it, maybe.
I probably will. Now,
I mean,
Garrett
like,
says we can do it later. He knows we're not going to do that later. He knows that.
You can, and you
They say the cost to put the line back from the road to
the house is what?
the house is like a lot.
But what's
and
a
the
lot?
guy said the reason they don't do
2,000
gas
or
anymore.
like 20?
Yeah, but he said the reason they don't do gas anymore is when the house is done, it takes 2 months to get the gas reconnected.
Yeah,
you believe that shit?
Well, I said, how much is it? Is it like $2,000 or is it like 20 grand? There's a big difference. Like,
I think it's over 2. Hey, Sabrina.
Hi, Sabrina.
Sabrina is our roomie. She has been kind enough to let Garrett, me, and Precious sleep there at night.
Oh, my wrist.
So we walk in and Garrett's like, honey, I'm home.
I have propane for the fireplace and we have gas. We also have oil. We need everything except for, I wish we had natural gas.
I would be so lost if I had to move and do all what y'all have to do with the wells and the that.
The oil tank. We didn't even have. We only used like a third of the oil tank. It cost a lot of money. It was like,
wow.
I think it was like nearly $600 to fill those tanks up. A lot of money.
Wow.
And we only used it to heat the water to shower and I guess to wash dishes. So that's expensive.
Where's G this morning?
Who?
Chris, are you lurking?
Well, where's Jennifer?
I don't know. Where's Jennifer? Jennifer usually sometimes has a doctor's appointment on Thursday morning. That is cheap to fill a tank, Teresa said.
Well,
hey, Mama.
It wasn't completely empty. That's the thing. It was just a third. So I was like, that's expensive. It was
right.
I mean, anyway.
Yeah.
We had to set up an account with the oil company and the gas company, and like I said, they weren't all empty, but we still wanted to make sure we had a relationship before the winter came.
Oops, there went my camera.
And I was like,
for some reason, my camera is not like holding on very tight.
Are you missing?
The propane tank that we have is really big. They charged us quite a bit for filling that up too, and it wasn't empty. But it's only for the fireplace. But I guess the fireplace is an alternate source of heat. You've fallen and you can't get up.
Oh, I can't get up. Oh no! Please tell me that's not true.
I don't know how. We haven't been living there. First of all, we only stay there for like 4 days, 5 days in a row. Once we stayed a week in a row, a whole week. But okay, we're back and forth a lot, and we haven't had like extreme weather yet, so we don't know. I mean, I'm worried about the winters more than anything, because it used to be like they would get some serious snow. But lately they said because of global warming, it's like it's better. There's only the snow melts.
Ron, are you okay? Or did you really fall?
What's up? Yeah, what do you mean you're falling?
I think he's playing because he's telling everybody good morning.
I don't know where he lives, so I can't send police over. However, Because I mean, like, can you call up 911 and say, like,
Oh,
Papa
shoot.
Smurf
What is wrong with this?
He had a Diet Coke. I could see that. Well, now I'm getting dizzy.
I'm sorry. Oh, he was joking. Okay. Why does my camera not look right now? Okay. Mama Sean says hi. We snuck out the house this morning and let Momo sleep in.
She's here? Why'd you say Mom? Where is she? I don't see it.
Yeah, look up. It's a little ways up. Sandra Torres.
Hello, Miss Sandra.
If my mom doesn't chat back, it's
there she is.
has,
I saw she put like 2 lovey smiles.
She has trouble chatting sometimes. It's like it doesn't work.
I put the microphone on and I talk, and the things it writes are so strange.
I know.
And I'm like, I want to. The other day, I was watching you guys while I was like preparing dinner, and I had raw meat in my hand, so I didn't want to be like typing.
Yeah, right, Nana. Miss Marion had fallen during their live, and she couldn't get up. Is she okay, Nana?
Oh, that's it.
Not a joke, right?
How was she? I mean,
I think
falling is scary. Look, we both know I still have bruises from when I fell in January. I mean, in July. I fell in July, and I still have like, it still looks purple in that area. And I'm like, is it never going away? Is that like the new color of my skin? Right. I mean, that's like July, August, September, October. That's 4 months. I think my bruise should have gone away.
He said, if y'all want to do a welfare check, just come and knock on his door. No cops.
Well, where do you live? Well, you have to put your address down.
Oh, I know. I can understand that, Elizabeth. I can barely get up on my own too sometimes. If my legs decide they don't want to work that day.
I've actually said to my husband, you have to help me up. And he goes, what do you mean? I go, I'm trapped. And he goes, what do you mean? My foot once went inside a folding chair. The chair started to fall. And I'm like,
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
I can't work myself out of this thing. It was like, because my foot was stuck in the like bottom part. And I was like, man, the other day we
peach Snapple again.
I don't like the peach anymore. I'm doing the half and half lemonade iced tea, also known as an Arnold Palmer. And according to some sources, that's the Palmer size.
Anyway. I guess that means I have it, Ron. Oh, Charlie, I didn't realize you're in Canada. So we got 3 from Canada that I know of.
Who's in Canada?
Shirley, Claudette, and Jane.
Oh, nice. Welcome, Canadians.
I know. My mama doesn't get it that when she hits her arm, she'll get a skin tear a lot of times. And she gets so mad. I think in my mama's brain, she's like 20.
When my aunt was 71, I met, she came up to New York, and I was living in New York at the time. And she shut the trunk on her arm, and it got skin so bad. I mean, and it wasn't even like a sharp area. It's just that she was so fragile. And
speaking of shutting the trunk,
what?
How's your husband's finger?
Oh, it's still not good. It's very purple. He feels like it's growing ingrown now, and he's been trying to chop away at it. It's like such a mess. And I'm like, he keeps soaking it in salt water, and I don't know if that's protocol, but
Epsom salt is.
You said
it's ingrown now?
Kind of. And
he may have to go and have that nail removed.
That's what I thought. But he read that on, of course, Mr. Internet, Dr. Google said, try to keep it on. And he was soaking it in
but they can maybe remove the part of it or cut that part open to get the infection out.
I think that he can hear me, so I don't really want to talk about him. However, I think it's part of the reason why he's down in the dumps, because it's just one more thing that you could add to the list of like,
right.
It could be that we have to do it.
Right. I know.
He gave me almost compliment yesterday when he said, I could almost see part of the counter in the kitchen.
Aw.
And he's like, he goes, you took away a lot of stuff from over there. And I'm like, but I put it on like in another spot, basically. So like, what's my house?
I know.
I look
Start
like
in one corner and work your way around the room. That's what I had to do.
I have a. I feel
Oh
like
yeah, that's right. Scarlett's out the country too. Sorry, Scarlett.
Come here.
But you're not in Canada. You're in the UK, right, Scarlett?
It's just a doggy. He only came upstairs because Tony came upstairs. Come here. Here. Show people that I have a dog. Some part of it. Come on.
Well, I had Precious with me yesterday, but I don't have her today.
Come here.
I snuck out the house without her.
Whoa. Come on.
He's like, bring me outside, lady.
He was like, I don't want to do that. I'm like, okay, I can't make him. He's too big for me to just lift. That's the golden retriever Norton, otherwise known, also known as Buddy.
Bella just climbed on my lap like she's
no lap.
10 pounds.
He used to jump on my lap, but there's a box here, so he gets a little weirded out about pathways. Some golden retrievers, I've seen like little shorts where people will put up like saran wrap and they'll boop into it and then they stop and they can jump over it and they just don't know what to do. They're just like, all right, Nana, take care. There's
your dog's barking at the TV.
My neighbor next door has like 4 dogs, and 2 of them they're in like size smallish, a little bigger. Anyway, they bark a lot, and they'll bark at us, and then they'll bark back, and it becomes and the neighbors on the other side have a teeny dog, like Precious size-ish. Anyway, there's a lot of dogs here. And apparently, Amish people don't put collars on their dogs. And they don't they don't care if they run around the property much. And so you often see dogs running around in the road. So people will sometimes take them. And then there's like a local Facebook thing. And they'll say, is this your dog? I found it. But I'm thinking the Amish people aren't looking on Facebook for their dog. So
right. I guess they figure they'll come back. When I had Tank, he was like I don't even know what I want to call him, but he would go around the neighborhood. Like I could let him out. Yeah, and he would go around like down the street, say hello to everybody, and he'd come back. But not Bella. That heifer runs, and then she looks at you, and she's like this, and she lets you get close to her, and she takes off again. Except she goes to the main road, and so I can't let her go.
I'm very. What am I gonna say? I'm scared that if a dog not on a leash will come up to Roxy, that she gets very like leash. I want to say leash aggressive. Like she'll jump up on a person and lick their face, and like she's so happy. But if she'll see a dog, she'll be like, oh, she'll woof, woof, woof. And then she'll sometimes like, all of a sudden she looks like she goes insane. And I'm like, because she grabbed a puppy's ear when we were going for her shots the last time. And I'm like, luckily the ear slipped out of her mouth. I was like,
slippery little sucker.
I'm like, what are you? And then I'm like, please don't come near me. I went and stood like 3 aisles. Like I had to, like as far away as I could get. Like
Teresa said her big dog King is like that. Loose and he's gone.
Well, Roxy ran away in Pennsylvania already, and she went like up the mountain, and I don't know. She eventually came down. We were yelling until we were hoarse. And
well, what scared me one time,
to come to me.
They had a train coming, and she was going towards the track, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, at that point,
she's kind of a little not very intelligent sometimes.
Norton would run after Roxy if Roxy ran away. So that's why, like, I'm tempted to just let him run around. But yeah, I mean, I know Norton, if Roxy wasn't there, would stay with us. I feel, yeah, up the mountain. He's laughing. I live halfway up a mountain, so she went toward the. She's gonna go up the whole. There's people that
Yeah,
live.
but if she encounters like a wild animal, she would be likely to fight back.
She would be, or try to eat it, and even if, but you know,
like,
she's an idiot dog that would like bark at a skunk, and then the skunk turns around.
But Norton would be like, all right, sister, you get it, I'll eat it, you know.
Anyway, there's people that live kind of at higher altitudes than us, and now the leaves are gone, I see more houses.
Okay.
In the summer. Anyway, we don't know anybody. They've been very private. Like nobody gets in our business. Nobody says. I mean, some people wave, but the people that live the closest to us haven't waved at all. So I'm like, interesting. And I'm like, I feel like it's too late to almost walk over and say, hey, I'm your new neighbor. I'm thinking they should wave that up. Anyway, whatever. We walk them around with the leash just so they know. Like, we walked them around the property. We walked them in the street going this way, street going that way. But, like, it's a hill down. And it's a hill down. And one of the hills was really steep. And I said to Tony, like, I don't know. Like, by the time I'm tired, if I go down that hill, I can't get back up without it. Like, it's like going slow. I mean, like, the horses slow down around our property because it's sort of at the top of the hill. So you can see they get tired. And I'm like the horse. I gotta go slower. Anyway, it's here. It's all flat where I live because we're like the base of it. The mountains are like 2 miles away to be up the mountain, but it's not like right there.
What scares me, well, we're not there right now anymore, but the neighbors had 2 pit bull mixes on chains next door, and Precious went walking over there like, ooh, I want to play, you know, and the dog like was going to eat, and he would have killed her. Definitely would have killed her. And I'm like screaming at Garrett. I'm like, he's going to kill, you know, and Belle was like, I want to play, you know. It's just,
I'd be scared. I'm scared.
Thank you, Shirley. Thumbs up for Suzy Woozy.
Oh, thank you. I didn't even realize it was my channel. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit that thumbs up. Everybody has
subscribers. Are you at Suzy Woozy?
I'm like, I thought I was at 426 and holding for a while because I was at 420.
You're at 426.
So I don't know how I got the
pit bulls in Canada. They're banned. Wow.
Really?
Yeah, you know that show Pit Bulls and Parolees? That's in New Orleans now.
So many pit bulls are actually, if you get them from puppyhood, it's how they're trained. They're very nice dogs.
Yes,
I mean,
it's how they're raised.
I mean, it's like any dog could be really aggressive. Like when you interview people at pounds, a lot of them say, like, if you get a large male Labrador Retriever or a pit bull puppy, like the Labrador Retriever male is going to be way more friendly.
Right. Yeah, I think if you train them from puppies, what's appropriate and not as far as aggression, they're not.
Okay, so Jane is saying it depends where. Well, you know, this is another thing I've discovered. If you tell your insurance company that you have a dog, and it's part pit bull, you're better off saying it's part the other thing that it is, because they'll raise your insurance rates. Because if that thing causes any damage to the
it causes, like, too, if they're inbred, there can be issues. Yeah.
Well,
because I've seen some very sweet ones, you know. Right.
What? Yep, exactly. Any dog could be kind of mean. I'm pretty sure. I've seen Chihuahuas nearly rip off my hand because they're just, they don't like when people get close to them. And then I've seen some Chihuahuas that are so sweet and all they want to do is
Oh my God. When I was growing up, I was so afraid of dogs because the neighbor down the street, when I go walk down the street to my grandmother's, she had Chihuahuas, and she would go, sick 'em, like to come after you and bite you. I was so afraid of dogs after that. And she would do it to my sister too. And we were both afraid of dogs. Now look at us.
Yeah. I was afraid of dogs too.
All right, Ron. Friend, see you later.
Take care, Ron. My best friend's grandmother had a Alaskan Spitz, and usually those are big fluff balls, those big white dogs with the high foreheads. They're so cute. And that dog would sit under my chair and growl at me the whole entire time. And I would like not make a move. And they go, stop acting scared. I go, I can't stop acting scared. I'm scared. Right. Like if I'm, I can't help it.
Right. And then the cousin to that lady, I was best friends with the girl. She was my age across the street. And they had Chihuahuas. They were all related. And I'd go sleep over there, and the Chihuahua was under the covers in the bed. And I was afraid to move. It was miserable.
That is miserable. I messed with the German Shepherd that was eating when I was 4 years old. I wanted to pet the dog. The dog was eating. It didn't enjoy that I was coming near its food, and it bit me. And then after that,
yeah.
Done.
Now Garrett's brother, that's all he has is German Shepherds. But
friend who only had German Shepherds, and I have another friend who fosters German Shepherds and loves them. And then he said, like, every one of them has a different personality, and they come to him basically either but full grown, either juvenile or older. But like he'll say, it's so weird how some of them are just like so goofy, and some are so serious, some are friendly, and some are not friendly. And anyway, it's hard. I saw a video on one of the reels where this woman was fostering a dog, and she said it was her last day with the dog, and she started tearing up, and the dog like cocked his head and gave her like a smile, and I'm like, I would never give that dog away. The dog.
Well, Marie, works at the SPCA, and she said they get a lot of pit bulls and big dogs that people, I guess, thought they could handle, and then they can't. And she just got bit, by Nikita. So her arm seems to be doing okay. I mean, the bruising is all the way up, and then she's got the puncture wounds. And
I'm surprised they didn't want her to get. Does she have rabies shots or whatever?
The dog has rabies shots, but the vet is gonna, I think they decapitate the dog to send it off to make sure. But they're gonna put it down because it attacked unprovoked. So,
I mean, look, I couldn't work there. I have to give her props for that. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, when she first started, it was really bad. She would come home and cry. And I'm like, Reed, I don't know if this is a job for you, honey. You can't take it home. You have to just leave it there. It is what it is. It's like being a nurse. You can't take all your little people home with you.
I had one job at a psychiatric hospital, and I used to leave there, crank up the radio, and let the hair blow. And I was grateful I wasn't living in a psychiatric hospital, that particular one. And it was actually.
Jennifer, she's here, kinda.
Hi, Jennifer.
Jennifer, you are not driving, are you?
When I worked at the psychiatric hospital, one of the ladies accused me of pushing her down the stairs. And I was like, she said, that lady is mean, and she pushed me, and I fell. And I'm like, I wasn't even near her. Oh my gosh. And then they said, we know about her. And I'm like, but that's frightening. What if?
Yeah, that is scary.
If she ends up on her butt and she said, I pushed her. I'm like, I didn't even go near her. Hennifer Jays. VV6TVTG5. I don't know what that means, but okay.
I don't think she knows what it means. She
It
probably
sounds,
has her phone in her pocket.
it sounds like a license plate.
Yeah, it cracks me up when Precious will step on my phone or something, and it's like on somebody's name, and she texts them.
Roxy will take the iPad and knock it like right off my lap. If she's like,
pay attention to me, lady.
Yeah, she's like, you're on that thing too much.
Pay attention to me.
I think my husband would do the same thing if he could.
Well, I don't know. Garrett has his phone in his head, so.
I was using these headsets yesterday. Now I would think that they would stand out. They're not the color of my hair, and he kept talking to me, and I'm like, "Are you talking to me?" He goes, "Who else?" I go, "Well, you talk to the dogs, like, but I have the headsets on. I'm listening to medical lecture." No, I was actually watching a lot of Botched. Did you ever see that show?
Yeah, I know. You can fall down that rabbit hole easily.
Oh yeah, definitely. I started with the Botched, and yeah. I mean,
we just watching it for infection, Shirley. It was pretty gnarly. I mean, but now the bruising's all the way almost down to her wrist.
That was, I mean, I got bitten by my cockatoo at that time, and I was wearing a shirt and a sweatshirt, a thick sweatshirt.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Hey, Glenn.
But it bruised me terribly. Like it must have put a lot of pressure on her arm, is all I'm gonna say. That must have really hurt.
Yeah. Because she said it was like he went for her neck, and she said she put her thumb like in the mouth or something that they teach them to do. And but the sad part, there was a what do you call them? An officer there, like an animal patrol officer, and didn't do anything.
Really? I would think that if she put her thumb in its mouth, it could have bit down on her thumb.
It's some way they teach them to do something. I don't know, but I wouldn't. I said I wouldn't have thought to do that. I would have like panicked.
Wow.
But when she put her arm, that's when he grabbed her arm, and it's like she said he wouldn't let go.
I don't know. Pinch him in the.
I know, right?
In his privates or something. I don't know what you're supposed to do.
I don't know, but it was scary. I know for her, definitely. And the lady went to hand her the leash, and when she grabbed the leash, that's when it attacked her.
Yikes. Yeah, I would have panicked.
So it was an unprovoked bite. So I don't know.
I saw people at like one animal shelter that when they were feeding them, they had like a fake hand, and they would try to touch the food bowl and see if it would eat, like try to get, like growl, turn its head, or, try to bite. And if it failed the test, let's face facts.
Yeah.
They don't have room to have such an aggressive dog.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad.
It is sad. But
I'm
glad
honestly, like, I mean, when I hear about people who lose a pet who's really not normally aggressive, like, I think Roxy could by accident. I mean, even Norton could like reach on a hand. He would never maliciously bite somebody, but if they mistook it and pulled out really quick, it could make a wound. And my Norton is such a goofy, sweet dog. Like that would break my heart if anything ever happened. Anyway.
That's cute. Wow. Yeah.
Really?
And you know what? Bella she's up to date on her rabies, and I forgot to put her tag in now. I don't know where it's at.
Tag on Norton and Roxy.
First she has her tag, but
I mean, like all it says on the rabies tag is the lot number of the shot. It doesn't really, I don't know if it's official. Someone said you really need your vet records in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's really the only official thing. And I went, okay.
Right. Oh, Mama, you still here?
I don't even know where my baby tag is now. Now that I've been like messing around with.
No, that's what I think. Bella's might be lost forever. So I think she's due now, though. I mean, she's up to date, but due around this time because she's got to get her heartworm shot too. So because the mosquito is so bad, you can't not do it.
Oh, you mean they do the check? They check the blood for evidence of heartworm.
Well, she gets the shot every 6 months as a prevention.
I didn't even know they have a shot for it.
Yeah, it lasts 6 months. I do that because if I had to wait till like every month to try to get them to eat it, it's just not. It's easier to do the shot.
That's true too. The vets do. Okay, so I go to get a lot of like the rabies kind of shots. I've gone to like my town in New Jersey used to do it for free. And I also go to Petco, which is called Petco. But I have apparently I have 2 accounts with them. And so it's hard for me. Like the last time I said, well, they were just here a year ago. And then they're like, we have no record. And I'm like, how could you not have a record of it?
Right. But I'm surprised John hasn't called me like 65 times.
And when he has something in his head, like he can't let it go. Like I feel like I'm a lot impatient when I really want to do something. I'm like, let's go.
Well, I told him, I said, I will bring you, but not until I'm finished with the doghouse. So don't bother me. I can't believe he listened.
Maybe his phone is out of battery. I don't know.
Nah, I doubt that. Well, he had to go pick up a rental car and stuff because he's got to drive to St. Louis for the week. For 21 days, he's going to be on the boat there.
So if he's renting a car, why are you involved?
No. The company's renting him a car to go to St. Louis, but he's got to go pick up his truck. Okay. So he can't drive there, and
Okay.
He needs the truck to. He might be taking a nap, Teresa, because he worked last night.
Listen to the brilliance of me. When I went to go sell my car, Tony said, "Are you leading or are you following?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" It goes, "Are you leading or are you following?" I go, "I don't understand that question." And he said, "It goes, we're driving to the place you're selling the car." He goes, "Do you want me to go in front of you or behind you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I forgot." I'm like, I had no clue that
tell him you can't go in front because you lose people.
It was just funny because honestly, I said I'll lead, but for the longest time I thought, what does that question even mean? But I realized I ended up selling the car. I would have had no way to get home. It's just dumb.
Well, good thing he followed.
Yeah, it was. And every time I've been negotiating for any kind of deals, he sits outside and reads a book because all that kind of stuff drives him insane. So he said, "I don't want to be any part of it. Like, I just literally don't want to engage in talking to people about anything." And
right.
And people are always when they come in, they're all like couples and like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna be selling a car, or we're gonna be buying a car." And he's like, "I don't want a part of it. I don't want to know." He goes, it's your thing. You do it.
Right. Garrett will tell me to go. He don't care what I do, but I'm like, I'm not going by myself. I'd rather have all my teeth pulled than go to buy a car. It's crazy.
I want to tell you something.
I guess Jennifer, I guess you're here now.
The dealerships in my area, they said they have such a low traffic flow that they don't sell the cars at MSRP, which is what the suggested retail price. They go by invoice price.
Oh, okay.
And he says we don't want to haggle with people for that extra $2,000 or $3,000. So he said we just give it right off in the front. And I'm like, okay. And then I looked up in the more crowded area, that was a town 20 minutes away, and the prices were more. now. I mean, I don't know, like eventually what they give you. So yeah, cars are, you kind of have to know like what you need to, and then when you close the deal, they try to sell you on a maintenance plan and a coding and a this and a that and
Well,
a
I tell you what,
extra.
the most important thing, in my opinion, is to purchase the gap insurance, because if you have an accident and they total your car and say like your car's only worth 10,000 but you owe 15, the gap will pay that difference. So we don't buy cars without gap because we usually have high mileage on our cars. So
I'll say that is a good point, and that's a good thing. Now, when I went to go get insurance, there's this thing called tort, and then they say full tort was an extra, I don't know, it was like an extra $50 a car. And she said, most people, I go, well, what should I do? And she said, well, most people only get partial tort. That means that if you're hit by an uninsured person and like you get an injury, they'll only pay up to a certain part. But
okay,
like if you're I was gonna say if you're decapitated, they'll sew your head back on. But if you just like lose,
but nothing else.
if you just
Right.
lose like half of your skin,
Yeah.
they won't do anything.
Right.
Like what?
Teresa said they don't have gap in
In
New York. Well, good thing we do gap, because Marie's car was flooded for the last hurricane, and it was a pretty big, like an $8,000 difference, and gap covered it.
Well, that's good. And then it was like almost, I said, sadly, a mixed blessing. She wasn't using the car, so
No,
to like,
I mean we move our
paying.
cars, but she had it parked in the front yard, and it came up so fast that
when I was getting my furnace replaced 2 weeks ago, the guy said, "Well, now's the part where I could like burn down your house." He goes, "Should I?"
I'm sure he was teasing.
Yeah, he was, and I was like, "Yeah, he
Like,
was teasing." But then I'm thinking about it. I'm like, "Would I get enough money for?" I go, "Well, what solved my problem about hiring a mover and stuff?"
Right. Stop it. No.
Oh,
Not
man.
fun.
Yeah, it is kind of funny what people will say to you on the cuff. And I'm thinking, I paid you like already half of the money for this furnace. I don't know if I want to like lose it.
Right.
Dumbass.
Yeah. We took our air conditioner units out, the central units from the house. And I brought one to my mom because hers is broken, and my daughter needs a new one. So we brought the other one there. And because they were just going to demo them, and they were new. We bought them new after Ida. So
yeah, definitely. I mean, I would.
Yeah.
He asked me when he did the furnace, he goes, "You should replace your central air." And I go, "Does it work?" He goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Well, then I'm not replacing it." And he goes, "Well," he goes, "the coolant you have in that isn't going to be available in 2 years." And I'm thinking, it's not going to be my problem. I feel like if it works, they can have it working. The heat works. It's a brand new furnace. Whoever buys this house will have a brand new furnace, and they could decide what they're going to do.
Right.
I can't keep affording like treating people to something. I'm not going to get the money back.
And most people don't unless they have to, you know.
I mean, yeah, they say like people can tell if there's deferred maintenance. I mean, quite frankly, half of the people like I'm not going to paint the cabinets in this house because I don't know, maybe they like wood better, maybe they want them white, but I'm not going to make that choice for them. They might tear them out all the way. So I'm not spending money on it, but I have to try to like paint all the like what are these called, windowsills that the dogs chewed on.
Get you some wood putty stuff, and
it don't look nice. I'm telling you, and then like I said, Tony said, who cares? And I'm like, people care. I cared when I'm looking at the house and I see the stupidest crap, but I saw like in one bathroom their door jamb was all chewed up, and He's like, I didn't even notice. I'm like, well, why not? Like, yeah, I noticed. And I mean, not that it's not, it doesn't change the fact, like, as if the roof leaks, that's more important. Yes. But like,
Elizabeth, did I say hi? I don't remember if I said hi to Elizabeth.
hi, Lisbeth. I'm sorry if we didn't. Welcome.
What are you doing, Jennifer Hayes? You back home now, not driving?
She didn't.
Sean's here playing on his phone.
So are people here still selling things on like eBay and Poshmark? Just curious. Friday
When I list, I sell.
list.
I listed those rhinestone watches, sold one right away. And then when I list, I sell things on eBay. But when I don't list, which I haven't been, because it's been, my life has been crazy. I haven't been able to go to anybody's videos or lives because my life is crazy.
Like, honestly, yeah, we've been really busy anyway. Like, even, it's not like we sit around and wait for the sun to set. It's more like, you know, we're going, and I was, for a while, like, I was going to picking out paint. Then we were buying paint samples and I was putting it on the walls, and, you know, just, there's always a lot of stuff to do. And then did you ever hear of lady beetles? I know I mentioned it once before, but there were so many lady beetles on the outside of our house. And it was like a swarm came, and we had to address that issue. I'm not going to say anything else, but
right.
It was at the other house.
Debbie, you had a goose with an extra wing? Oh, an angel wing.
What does that mean? It passed away?
This goose.
Okay.
I know, extra. She said extra wing.
Jane, there's ladybugs, which are nice, and they're red. And then there's these things called Asian. Yeah, like Asian, basically lady beetles or something. And they're orange, and they bite, and they swarm, and I don't know. They were saying that they're not a good thing. Also, we had spotted lantern flies on. That's a big thing up here. And we had elm beetles or something that attack the elm trees, and they attract chestnut trees, elm trees, and oh my gosh, there's this thing called the tree of heaven. I forgot the real name of it. And the spotted lanternflies are destroying maple trees, any trees that they decide to go after.
Right. Oh, it's a birth defect.
Hey,
Lindsay.
Asian lady beetles. They're not. Anyway, there's just so many. Every day I see a bug that I have never seen before in my life. I saw one that looked like a stick. I had seen them in the zoo. I never saw one in real life until I moved to Pennsylvania, or partially Pennsylvania.
I stepped in a thing of red ants the other day, Donna. I had blisters on my feet because I didn't you don't realize it until they bite you. And my foot was covered in red ants when Thomas and I were picking up all the garbage that somebody went through our garbage that we put out when we were moving.
Somebody, like an animal or a human?
No, like a person. The derelicts down the street.
I know. Oh, Jane.
And the thing that made me mad is I left usable things outside in a box next to the trash that people can go and take. Right. It was just, I guess I should have put a sign on it and said, this is trash. The other, this is to take or something. Oh, I was mad. It took us over an hour, Thomas and I, to pick up all the garbage.
And
it wasn't just in one spot. It was everywhere, in the ditch, going into the yard.
I broke that lampshade, that antique lampshade from a torchier. And it had that like iridescent glass and a pattern, and had a metal ring around it. It was a really beautiful lampshade, and I wanted somebody to take it and enjoy. And I
Right.
moved the lamp, and it fell. And
Oh, geez.
I said it was. I was very sad, and it was oddly satisfying to hear the crashing.
Right.
Yeah,
Jennifer
man.
said there's lots of creepy critters
Well,
lurking
yeah,
everywhere.
snakes and chipmunks, and there was something running around us one night, and I'm like, I go. He goes, it was probably raccoons. I go, I haven't seen one raccoon on our
Ooh,
property.
raccoons can be mean.
I go, but these things were big. They say, I mean, there's a lot of coyotes that have been attacking. Like,
Right. Do y'all have possums?
yeah, there's possum. I haven't seen any on my property, but I've seen them on the road dead, so I know that they're around. I mean, sadly,
I had a possum in my closet.
I mean,
We had, armadillos, and they can tear up your yard bad.
I'm more scared, honestly, right now. I mean, they said that they've seen bear in the yard there, but I'm almost more scared of a skunk because the aftermath of encountering a skunk is horrible.
Mm-hmm. I've never seen, I mean, that's not like a common animal here that you would just see. Yesterday, I went to storage. There were like 3 little, what do you call them? Little deers, baby deers.
Fawns.
And then fawns. And then there was a mama and another one.
A doe and a buck. Anyway.
No, it wasn't a buck. It was a doe and then another baby.
Oh,
and then we go around to the other side of the building, and there was like 6 bunnies.
Aw.
And I'm like, ooh, supper.
We have rabbits on our property, and we have chipmunks because the chipmunk ran into the garage the last time we opened the garage. And there was something living under one of our storage things, and for some reason it got a whole lot of nuts and peanuts, and so they had to have been from the people before. And when we pulled away, there were like thousands of peanut shells chewed up, and I'm like, what was that? Anyway, we also have wasps and hornets, and those things were going into the gutters and trying to get into our attic. Yeah, cute. It's like we see those in our yard here in Jersey all the time. When we drove a few blocks away.
And then look at this little one, how cute he was.
Aw.
And then when they ran away, their little tails was white underneath.
Have you ever seen the babies with the speckles, the white speckles? I
don't think those were young enough that they still had speckles.
They're cute.
No, there was no speckles on these. I guess maybe they were adolescents.
Probably.
But I mean, Garrett's like, look at the rabbits, And I'm like, ooh, catch 1 or 2 or 3 for dinner.
No.
Why is not nice? Oh. They're very good eating.
No, they're not.
It's not like you were going to catch them to just catch them for nothing. I mean, you can catch.
I know you keep saying it, but I don't, unless it's like really grocery store Armageddon. We're gonna have to get used to like trying to go catch food. I think I'm gonna start with fishing. That's what I think. But whatever. The streams around where I live have, I guess, what is it, trout? I guess it's trout that they fly fish, and but it's only a certain, there's only a certain temperature that they come out in. I don't think it's the cold winter. So I think like in New Jersey, trout season starts, the people start river fishing in the beginning of April.
Right.
You need a license.
I love fishing.
I used to like regular fishing, but the pharmacist at the store in Pennsylvania said, "Oh, you live there? I go fishing near there." He goes, "Have you ever been in this park or that park? Do you like fishing?" He was asking me a million questions. And I said, "I don't really know how to do it, like the fly fishing, and I don't have any gear." And he goes, "There's a place you can learn." And he's telling me, like, where to go.
But you better learn.
And I was thinking it might be a good thing to know.
It's very peaceful and very, I don't know. just
I
to me, it's very relaxing just to
she's
sit
like, do
there.
I
I don't have to touch nothing, but it's just very relaxing.
I have a
Is that a
culvert.
pond? Jennifer wants to know.
I have a culvert, which when it rains is like a stream. We have one on the edge of our property, and we have one that just when it's really bad, it'll just go down the middle front, like just down. It's like halfway through, and it goes into the yard with the sheet. It goes from above all the way down.
Yeah, we
And
have culverts too, and gators come out of them.
wow.
Yeah.
We had a salamander in the house, so they must have frogs and salamanders and stuff. But I don't know. I mean, like I always thought of salamanders in like very wet environments, but it did seem damp when we moved there. We've been keeping a dehumidifier on. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, that's sad. Jennifer said she just saw a poor
that's
little thing.
sad. When I went into the insurance office, the lady said, "Do you see deer by your property?" And I said, "Not much. Like we saw 4 deer like when we went by the woods, but it's sort of the way we don't go."
Yeah.
The state park. And she said, "I got 4 calls this morning that people hit deer on their way to work." She goes, "I don't know what's going on." And I go, "I think it's rutting season when the males are trying to mate." And it makes
well, I know it's not hunting season here, so you can't, it's not deer season. I know, Jennifer. I know. It's sad.
Oh, baby. Yeah, baby's so sad. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
run out in front of you. I was back when I was in nursing school. I would bring Garrett to work and then come back and go to school. And there was a deer just popped out in front of me, and we were doing like 55. Thank God we missed it. But I know, Jennifer, I'm sorry.
I know you're sorry too. I saw a squirrel get hit by a car and I started to cry. And I'm like, I was really bawling for a long time about this squirrel because I'm not going to say, but it was very traumatic for me to see anyway.
Yeah. I think Teresa had a bear in her front yard one time. Was it your front yard, Teresa?
Yeah, the yogi.
She had a yogi, Sean said.
There's the people who own the house, they said, we've seen foxes run through, coyotes run through, and bear. But the bear, he said, only a few times. And I'm like, okay.
But still, if your dogs are out, the coyote and the fox could not be good. I mean, I guess it's better because your dogs are bigger, but still.
I'm concerned about the bear. I'm concerned that we sit on the lawn chairs looking for meteors that something's going to come and eat us. He said, Tony was like, he went out before I did. And he said, I heard owls and I heard donkeys. And I'm like, I have not seen one donkey in the whole neighborhood. I mean, we hear cows and chickens and horses, but it was so funny. He goes, it sounded like a donkey. I'm like, okay.
Well, I know like here they keep a lot of donkeys with the cows to keep the like fox and stuff away from eating them.
We have a bird feeder. So I hope we don't get a bear come in and eat it. That's frightening. Because we have also we have a door that leads into the place where we keep the feed. I mean, it's in the basement.
Right.
Yeah, that's terrible. We were driving out to Pennsylvania. And we got a flat tire on the side of the road. Remember I told you, and the trucks were going by so fast.
Yeah.
The car was going, and I was like, that was scaring the crap out of me. I was so frightened. It's a bad thing.
Right.
That was a rough ride getting out there.
Yeah, that's not good.
And I'm sorry, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Anyway, so when are you leaving on your journey?
I told him I might be on until about 10:30 at least, so don't bother me. Okay. And he listened. He actually listened.
Well, good, because it's 11 here. Oh, your time.
No, it's 10:04 here. So Thank you, Jennifer.
Well,
I have to bring John to Homa, which is over an hour's drive, because that's the only diesel mechanic that would work on his truck. So, and then, so we have to get that. And then I might stop at a few thrift stores on the way back, because I think I saw a few the last time I went. And then, that's like in Johnny's country where he was from, out in the bayous. And then, he's leaving in the morning to go to St. Louis. No, it doesn't sound fun. Mama's gonna come ride with me, but then Marie wants to come, so Marie's coming. We'll make a family day of it. Well, most of the family. So I had my car. I look like a homeless person because I had so much stuff in my car still that wasn't taken out. So I took out what I could here, and I was able to put the seats back up. So right, at least I might get to source some. So I'll try and see. I know Mama likes thrift stores. Marie hates thrift stores, but she'll just have to deal. She can either stay in the car and play on her phone or talk to her friend, and then because she's off of work, and me and Mama will go in.
It is
my
fun.
honey hole is only open on Monday, so we can't go there. I hope it's gonna be, it's out in the country, like bayou place, so maybe we might find some good stuff. I don't know.
Maybe. You never know.
I'm hoping.
It's the thing about going to the thrift stores. Like, I thought, I live in an area where, the fanciest thing people put on is a Carhartt sweatshirt kind of thing. It's like, everybody seems casual. Yeah. There's hardly any.
Well, I think a lot of the people there wear white shrimp boots. I don't know.
What? Oh, okay. Yeah, like here, I mean, where I live, it's there's
because it's a lot of fishermen and shrimpers and stuff that live out there.
So when I went to the Goodwill the other day, I saw a Ralph Lauren sweater, and it was my size, so I bought it, and it was like $6. I'm like thinking, well, that's a good deal. And they had something that was from Anthropologie, and it also fit me.
And when I go, I never look at the clothes. Unless John says, Mom, look for jeans for me or something. Not that, I mean, sometimes I do, but sometimes I just don't feel like going through the clothes.
I'm going to tell you, I don't care so much about the label brand. But when I got home, I said, this seems like it seemed like a nice thing. And I was curious about the prices. And, because mostly I find stuff that's originally from Walmart or JCPenney or Kohl's kind of thing. But, every once in a while.
I know I wear these like t-shirts all the time, but they're comfortable and, especially during the summer because it's so hot.
I wear a sweatshirt loaded up with paint. I mean, if I'm going to be like digging in the garden or painting, why should I? I was actually wearing one of my nicer shirts when I started painting, and I thought, dumbass, go change. I'm calling myself a dumbass.
Yeah, I think I didn't say right to you being a dumbass.
No, I am a dumbass.
But I hope I do, Jennifer. I want to say I saw 2 on the way there. And then I know there's a couple in Thibodeau, which is further in. So
Thibodeau. I like the way that's spelled.
It doesn't sound like it's spelled, but nothing here. Teresa was trying to say like Pontchartrain the other day. So went to Goodwill yesterday, and her daughter needed her to buy her work pants.
The last time I went to Goodwill, I tried on like 6 things, and I didn't buy one thing. And I was proud of myself for.
Right. Oh, I know. Lately, I've been very picky about what I buy because I had I had some glass left. So I've only been buying the really, really, I used to buy anything. Oh, it's glass, and I buy it. So I've been very particular. So I go in, punch a
train. Why not?
I said, think of punch and train. But it's Pontchatrain. Pontchartrain. Well, I mean, you should really try to say the Atchafalaya. So my friend from Alabama, she goes, Dawn, we just crossed the Atchafalaya River. And I'm like, oh, God. Or, Chapatulas, the street. It starts with a T, not a C. So
Chapatulas?
Chapatulas. And don't ask me to spell it because I can't.
I live in the Kishacoquillas Valley. Kishacoquillas. And it means the snake is already in the den in some native language. The snakes are already in their dens or something.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, huh. It's an odd name.
No, not Pancha. Oh, shit. Not Chapa Tulip. It's Pancha.
Chapatulip?
It's Chapatulas.
Are you confused?
Chapatulas.
I know. I am confusing myself, Sean.
So the people are toothless? What did you say? No, I'm kidding.
No.
Champatulas. Anyway.
All right.
Kishacoquillas.
This is how you spell it.
Juniata River. Chapatulas. Okay.
So the T is silent. It was so funny when we got a new weatherman and they gave him lessons. They gave him a list of names of things here, and then they made him try to say them. And then they showed him how to say it, or told him how to say it.
It's funny. You would do that with me one day.
Yeah.
I say this. And I kind of know some of the ways.
And then the names are even,
I have to go to the restroom. Are you going to be here for a while? I need to know.
I can stay on for about another 15 minutes.
All right. I'm going to turn off the mic and go.
Exactly, Teresa. That's kind of how it sounds. Chapatulas. Except it's not spelled that way. It's some of the names is like, like my last name is Trosclair, and my husband says it's Trosclair, but everybody says Trosclair. So when I go somewhere like to doctors, I'll say Trosclair because it's just easier than try to explain it. But they have some that's spelled with an X, and it's Trosclair. So, and we always laugh and we say those are the rich ones. But, there's the Calms and the Cambries, and it's the same person, or the Miets or the Mallets. How do you get an accidental buy? A pretty purple angel figurine and fiber optic wings. New in the box. Wow, for $5 in a pottery case with the turtles, and that was an accidental buy. Maybe she didn't realize she was buying it. I don't know. Do tell, Jennifer. How did you accidentally buy the turtle? Richard and David can be said two ways, right? Like Richard and I guess David.
David. I've never heard another way to say.
All right, spell that out. How they do the David. I know Richard is like the other Richard here,
or
Robert and Robert.
Oh, Robert.
I put it in a cart. Decided if you wanted it to my daughter. I had it up on the counter, already paid for. Bully. Oh, you didn't realize.
Chicken Dave. Yeah, Chicken Dave.
David. Okay. David and David. Right. I get it, Jennifer. I've done that. I bought some stuff the other day and I didn't realize there was something inside another one that I bought, but I didn't see it in there.
When I used to go to the bins, people used to stick like their discards in your cart. And I've paid for things that I go, why would I have?
Where did that come from?
I said, I didn't buy this. I go, why would I have bought a broken, like beat up piece of crap? Like, I mean, like I was trying to explain to them that they should give me like an ounce for free next. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
They said, we don't take we. I'm like, whatever. I go, I didn't put it in my cart.
Right. I guess you got to check your cart before you go up to the register.
I used to go to the bins. I would take 2 carts because, quite frankly, it's like if I had to drive all the way to South Jersey and I'm using up pretty much a tank of gas each way. I was about to like fill the car.
Chris said they were opening a Ben's in New Orleans. Glenn, do you know if it opened yet? I might have to check it out. But is it like a big Ben's or like a teeny tiny Ben's? Because my daughter and I went to the Ben's in Jackson, Mississippi, and it was like probably as big as my shop. Oh, you don't know?
The Ben's in Pennsylvania are really far away from me, so I won't go.
I'm gonna have to send Chris a message. Look, I took my modafinil this morning. That medicine he put me on for like when I start the excessive yawning and stuff. It worked really good for the first couple of weeks. I don't find it's working anymore.
I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of people who have ADD take medicine, and there's kind of two classifications of meds you can take, and people say it could be a game changer. But
yeah, right. Bye, Shirley. Y'all Ben's is pretty good over there, Glenn. I went with Cajun Princess one day. My husband had a like meetings and something and like a little weekend convention thing in Baton Rouge, and we went. It was nice. Yours start $1 cheaper than ours do, but ours is not called Black Friday. It's called Deal Busters, and it's right around the corner from my shop. Like my shop, and there's a street, and then there's the shopping center, and it's in there. So what is today? Thursday? Today's 50-cent day. But by the time it's 50-cent day, unless you find something that was hidden way underneath, there's,
slim pickings or junk.
Yep.
Which will be $10 the next day, right?
Right. I did find a whole box of maybe 6, 8 little tension rods.
Oh, okay.
For 50 cents one day. So I bought them because I figured maybe ours used to be closed, but now they open, and I guess they're trying to clear out the bins. But I figured I might could use them in the house for something, Yeah,
might could. Yeah.
So for 50 cents, I figured, well, if not, I'll sell them.
There's if you go on some of these like life hack shows, like they'll put them under their sinks, and then you can hang bottles on them, and it gets them off the lower level, and then you could put other things down there.
Yeah.
All right.
You
bye,
be
Dad.
safe and blessed too.
Yes, you too.
Are y'all going for coffee, Scott? I want a coffee.
I want to be packed and out of here.
Well, you better get busy, girl.
Dawn, you don't even know.
I know. Oh, I know.
I'm gonna need 2 dumpsters.
Yes, Jennifer. Accidentally buy a shake on the way home. Get them to put whipped cream on top. I'm just saying. You were in the drugstore for a long time. I went to the drugstore. My doctor called in my medicine that morning. And I know she did it because she says, I'm sending it now. I go to the pharmacy, and the little girl at the counter goes, we don't have anything. I said, well, can you please check? And the pharmacist is like, oh, yeah, we got it. I'll fill it for you. Oh, one day she said, well, I said, last month I didn't pay anything for my Freestyle Libre because I'm, met my deductible and stuff. Well, the insurance can charge you what you want. I said, no, you need to ask the pharmacist. And he looked and he goes, yeah, they tried to fill it like a couple days early. That's why I didn't pay for it. I said, well, I'll come back and get it when they'll pay for it. Those little girls in the front, they know everything and they don't know crap.
They're just following rules. Like it's
and
not.
I say little girls because they're like really young and I'm really old. So
my insurance, my new insurance isn't covering some of the medicines that I'm on. And I thought like, oh, I got a good deal with my insurance because the medicines they do cover is like $4 a month. But if you are so like the one thing that I do use a lot, I mean, I think it's normally like $66. And that's that's a lot of money. So,
Right.
Oops.
Got it?
Anyway, I said, forget it. And they looked on GoodRx and they said, I can get it to you for like about $33. And I said, I still don't want to spend 33. And I left this. But now I'm thinking I should go get it.
Right. Well, my insurance didn't want to cover my modafinil. It's a medicine they give people who have narcolepsy, but my neurologist thought it would work. So they sent it to like a pharmacy that's like a male pharmacy, and they covered it. It's crazy.
Well, okay. That's different.
Oh, wait, you want me to tell you a good one? So my mama the doctor orders, it's a nose spray. You spray it to the side of your nose and it makes your body produce, like you don't sniff it in or anything, produce your own tears. Works wonderfully, but it's almost like $100. So the company has coupons, but she's too old to use a coupon. And she has private insurance. She doesn't have Medicare or anything like that. She's too old.
Why just
they don't do
it Medicare?
Over a certain age, they don't do it.
Why she don't have Medicare?
Because my dad didn't have enough quarters. He worked for like the state, so the state pays into their own retirement system. Yeah, I was a state employee too. When I worked there, I didn't pay, like you don't pay Medicare. You pay into lasers, which is the insurance or their retirement.
I mean, I had qualified for Social Security, but because I wasn't working for a good deal of the time, it was so low. I mean, it's almost a joke what I'm getting. I mean, if they really expect people to live on that, like you'd have to be in a tent hunting every day because and I don't even think you could afford bullets. You'd have to make arrows out of branches because there's no money. We went into a store just to look at, like, the gun safes and the guns and the blood. They're expensive. I mean, if you're they're real expensive.
Yeah. A lot of the guys here, because they hunt so much, have them.
I mean, if it's like a hobby.
Do y'all have like Cabela's there?
No, there's. It's called like something sports, and it's a big store, and they have like you walk in, and there's a wall of I'm gonna say thermal cups, and Tony was like, "Why do they need to sell 1,000 thermal cups?" I said, "I have no idea." And then we walked past that, and there's like Carhartt and camouflage stuff. There's snow stuff. There's kayak stuff. Then we keep going, and then there's all the like gun safes and gun counters and bullets and piles of bullets and bullets and bullets. And then you keep going, and then there's like sporting stuff like like balls and sporting.
I know the one here, it's so big, it's bigger than Sam's. And then there's another floor, a second floor, and then they have like a little cafe. I don't know if I haven't been there in years. I don't know if that's still there. But you can buy like bison, you can buy caribou, all kind of stuff.
We went to a Cabela's on the way out one year. I mean, we passed by, like when we go from Jersey to Pennsylvania, there is a Cabela's, and it's huge, and they have like fish and tanks, and they have a waterfall.
Yeah, they sell boats, everything.
Yeah, well, the little sporting goods store that's in our area has like a really big selection of stuff. So I'm I don't know if it's a good deal or not, but
yeah, I have Academy.
I don't know, it's something like not that, but it's just something like a guy's name and then sports, and it's not Dick, but it's like I know there's
right. Because I'm saying some of the bigger ones might be cheaper, or sometimes Sam's has crazy stuff like that.
We were interested in. I mean, I'm just gonna say it. We were interested in buying. I'm not gonna say. Anyway, we were interested in some of the stuff that they have, but anyway.
Yeah.
Some people are anti stuff, and maybe you're not even supposed to say it, but like, it's just the amount of stuff that they have. I mean, they had kayaks, they had carts, like what are the 4-wheeler carts called? They had those.
Like 4-wheelers?
Yeah, they had that. Like
Side-by-sides?
they had them like in big box. Tony's like, what kind of big box is that? And I'm like, I guess somebody. It said somebody put one on layaway. It was right.
Wow. Damn, you can put one of those on layaway?
Yeah. So it was. I mean,
That's crazy.
I would like more like the guy up the hill has like a farm cart, and it's like like a side by side with a trailer type back end that like
right.
haul like the garbage to the garbage area. Because like, I mean, quite frankly, if your driveway is like 300 feet, it's a long distance to be carrying heavy stuff. But if the guys up the hill, I mean, the garbage is like maybe 2,000 feet away. I see why they use it. I actually saw someone in a horse and buggy go up that steep hill. She like said, come on. Like she got it going so fast. It shook my house, the noise.
Wow.
And she went up. I was like, man, I couldn't believe that they could do it. I feel bad for the horses sometimes, but they seem really happy, like running around.
I mean, they're actual work horses, so maybe they enjoy, being worked. I don't know.
The guy around the corner from me makes buggies, so sometimes we see like a buggy pulling a buggy, and I always say, "Oh, Ezra just sold a buggy," so I'm like, he makes money doing that.
Nice.
Yeah. But we saw 2 horses pulling some contraption that was spinning around with all this. I didn't know what kind of farm equipment that was, and I was saying to Tony, I would like to almost take a video of that. I wish they weren't so like if you just catch them from behind, you don't see their faces. But they don't want to be. They don't want their faces in photographs. So and they'll say that they don't want people in photographs. But I want to catch like the equipment and the horses.
Right.
That's kind of cool. Anyway, so every time we go to the one Amish store, she says, "Have you moved in yet?" And we're like, "Not yet." And she's like, "Are you getting animals?" And I go, "I don't know. I don't know what kind of animals we should get." I said he wants goats, and I would maybe prefer to have a chicken coop. And he's
and I say goats escape all the time.
I heard that. I said, I think the goats would be a lot of work that we're not prepared for. And she's like, they're not a lot of work. I'm like thinking, but you got to milk them twice a day and change the bedding. And
you got to shovel poop.
Yeah, in her farm, she just lets the goats run around loose almost. Like they were sitting in the driveway. They were just sitting there. They didn't leave. I don't know. It was like old McDonald's farm in that lady's place. There was a rabbit was under the rabbit hutch, didn't run away. There was a cat and a dog coming to us. There's like the chickens were going under the fence and running around with turkeys and the geese. It was crazy. The sheep were locked up in a sheep yard. Like
they say sheep are pretty dumb. I don't know.
They have. I mean, I watch the sheep on the other side of the fence. They'll look at you, but if like Roxy starts barking, they know enough to run away. So they're not that dumb. I mean, I don't know how brilliant they are. We always watch. There's one farm that has a really big pig, and we'll look out for the pig. And then yesterday we saw 2 pigs, and I was like, oh, maybe there's going to be a lot more pigs now.
Where's Suzy? She's pig watching.
We don't stop and look, but like we're passing by. We can tell by they have like windmills. I don't know what these windmills do, but they're like farm windmills. Anyway, there's some thrift stores. The Amish people have sheds that they turn into secondhand stores. They call it.
Jennifer wants to know, where do you see pigs?
We see pigs on. It's a place called Churchill Manor, and it's technically Reedsville, Pennsylvania, and there's Amish farms, and they have all sorts of animals as we drive around.
Okay.
The goats and cows and sheep and chickens and turkeys and geese, but lots and lots of sheep. I don't know, tons of sheep and cows.
Tell Mom I said
and horses. They have fields of horses.
Oh, you don't need to be invited, John. I'll send you the link.
She said she'll send you the link.
He.
He's looking at y'all now.
Oh, excuse me. All right.
She said, excuse her.
I didn't know I was supposed to like individually.
If you want to go on my channel, I made a little film of the sheep running and buying, and you can see that.
I'll be there in a little bit.
Those are the sheep that live next door to me. They're cute. I like that video. You can hear they have like different octaves of ba ba ba. Like it's funny. Some of them sound masculine. I don't know. Oh, you're saying I should show my cleavage? And then I'll
get thousands of views, I bet. Yeah, too funny. So John is home and he's restless, aren't you, John?
Where's John? Is he writing?
Said he called Sean, where's mom?
He's looking through Momo's phone.
Oh. So I guess he's looking through my mom's phone. So I guess she's still watching. I'll be leaving in a little bit, y'all.
I don't know. I always want to. I don't know, for some reason when we moved to the area.
Pigs want to see cleavage? I don't know, Jennifer.
Maybe pigs do. It depends what kind of pig. Anyway, when we first moved to that area, we said like we've seen like all sorts of animals, but we didn't see pigs. And Tony was like, I've been past pig farms and they stink. And he said, I'm kind of glad we're not near a pig farm. And we've seen pigs.
Debbie.
Well, the people that want to see the cleavage might be pigs. They might just be curious. Anyway. I don't know.
We won't go down that rabbit hole.
They might. I don't know.
Yeah, this is like true addiction. Look at this.
What, last night?
And you leave the little 2 inches at the bottom.
Well, and then I usually put them back in the fridge and then I go back.
You think this is an addiction?
Debbie says, just kidding, dudes out there. We know you love we love you.
We should get sponsors for the drinks we use.
Snapple.
Snapple, give me a sponsorship.
Sean said, ew. Now what kind you drinking?
Shh. We want sponsorships from Snapple. Why not?
Wait, what flavor?
Right now, this is my favorite. I get the half and half lemonade and tea.
Half lemonade, half tea.
It's the Arnold Palmer.
No, I don't like coconut because it tastes like the way suntan lotion smells.
It was so good. It was so delicious. I enjoyed it. When I drink the peach one, it sometimes tastes a little bitter to me lately. I don't know why. But this one tastes nice. And I didn't like the apple one. Sorry, Snapple. But this one is for sugar-free, man. It's good.
I know. Well, I think this is the bomb.
10 calories.
Dr. Pepper Zero.
I must do about 40 calories worth a day. But, I can burn that off. Now, if I start in on Halloween candy, I ain't going to burn that off. That's not... Oh, boy. Well, I'm going to have to hit the road.
Yeah, me too, because John just let his presence be known at home. And I guess that was a hint for me. It's time to go.
Right.
He did good this morning. I thought he would be bothering me all morning to leave. So.
Roxy's coming.
Anyway, thank you guys for coming.
Yes, thank you.
Appreciate you all.
Well,
we're going to say goodbye to Norton or Roxy?
It's just Roxy, and she had a leaf in her ear. So...
A leaf in her ear?
Yeah, on her ear fur. Yeah.
You too, Teresa. Bye, Glenn.
Bye. Have a good day. Feel good. And I hope you sell a lot if you're selling. Take care.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Milkshake fell off the cup holder. No, Jennifer.
Ooh, I hope the lid stayed on.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
Bye. Gotta hit the road.
See you next
week. You gonna end it? I know, poor Jennifer. She's not having a good time.
That's it. Take care,
Jennifer.
Bye. Oh,
it is not her day.
I'm gonna end.
Bye.